YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday, man. Today is Tuesday, October 21st, man. Appreciate y'all for checking back in with me. Like I told y'all, man, I'm going to lock back in. Every day I'm going strong. This has started week 3. If you've been following all my old videos, man, keeping up with me, man, since day 1, I appreciate y'all, man. This is the start of week 3. Started week 3 on Sunday. I think my first video was dropped on Sunday about 3 weeks ago. So I usually start my weekdays off on Sunday, man. Reset day for most people. You know, most people start their week off on Monday, but Sunday is really the day 1. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, like I said, man, this is week 3, man. Those of you that checked out my video yesterday, you know how this goes, man. For those that are new to my channel, my name is Marcus, Coach Floyd to some people, man. I'm a football trainer that's been training for the last coaching for the last 10 years, man. Coach high school, collegiate. I've trained from high school to collegiate, even all the way up to some pro guys right now that I have playing on some pro teams. So that's just a little background on myself, man. Played a little bit before then, man, but I just kind of start y'all with coaching and training part is, because otherwise if I go back when I played, that's a long time ago without sharing my age. But yeah, man, started that in coaching in 2015, man, after I was away from sports for a little bit. So it's been fun, man. Something I love to do. I challenge everybody, man, if you find something that you truly love to do, man, first find what you love to do, what's your passion. Then once you find that, then find people that is demand and need the knowledge that you have. And then thirdly, man, then you can take that knowledge, the people that need to demand of what you know, the knowledge that you have and your passion and your love, and you can take it and make a lifetime off of it, man. It may not bring you all the money and the riches in the world, but it will fill up your cup until the day that you die. And that's really what it's about, man. I mean, we only have a short time on this earth, man. So a lot of people go through what they call it as a midlife crisis, because you feel like you've worked for 30 years at an organization or a job, and then all of a sudden you hit that wall and you're like, man, I haven't lived. So I tell people, encourage people, man, do what you love to do, because you don't got one shot at this, right? You only got one shot at life. There are no do-overs. Once it's over, it's over. So spending your time is something that we can't get back, man. Don't trade your time for money. Do what you love to do, because if you do what you love to do, then at that point, what you're doing is not a job, right? So to hop back in it, man, like I said, man, as y'all know, y'all been following up with my videos. If you haven't, if you new, like I said to the channel, this is focused on my flow. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. Go back and look at those other videos that I got posted, man. Catch yourself up on what's been going on, man. Like I said, this is a daily vlog channel for me, man. A check-in, so to say, that I started 3 weeks ago, man, when I was going through something in a rough patch, you know, and I decided to pick up a camera. You know, most people want to show all the glitz and glamour, all the fashionable things in life that life may bring, and that's cool. That's one side of it, right? We see all that edited version of whatever goes on, right? We cut out the bad stuff. Well, I started this channel, man. Like I said, I started this channel years ago. If you go back to when I really first started, man, it was trading stuff on it, right? And that was cool, you know, but it wasn't really getting across what I wanted to portray, right? It wasn't really showing me, right? And then of course, then you fast forward to years later, you know, it's stagnant, because you post some videos up every once in a while, and then you don't really have a love for it. You don't really see anything coming from the fruits of your labor, right? And then at that point, you're doing it for the wrong reason. So when I came back to it, man, about 3 weeks ago, I picked up the camera during a vulnerable time of my life, and you know, it's hard to do that, because as men around the world, you know, we don't want to be vulnerable. That's one thing we don't do. We can do a lot of things, but vulnerability is something that we don't do. And when we going through a certain time, we ain't letting nobody know. We hold that in, we bottle that up, right? And then it builds, and then we have an explosion. And at the time, I was going through things. Like I said, 3 weeks ago, if you go check that video, man, I explained about what I was going through. And at the time, at me at a low point, I picked up that camera and I decided to make it, like I say, a voice diary of what I was going through, right? I wanted to just talk to somebody, have somebody to talk to. As men, sometimes we don't have a safe place to talk to, right? So I found a safe place out here in this garage when I'm by myself, and I can just get my thoughts out, right? Because sometimes we have all that bottled up in our mind, you know, and then we can't get it out. So I'm like, you know what? Let me pick up that camera and record at a very vulnerable time, when at that point, I don't want to do it. You know, I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be looked at as weak. But what came across when I looked back that first video and I played it back and I watched it, it was authentic. It was me. It was no edit. It was raw. It was real. And a lot of times that from the stuff that we see on camera and a bunch of videos that we see from all social media, is just tarnished everything now. It's the stuff that we see isn't real, right? We see the smoothed out version, the edited version it down. We see all the flashy stuff, and that's not real, right? A lot of times we got to the point we see so much of it that you really can't dictate, you really can't decipher what's real or fake, right? So it's a very small community of channels that even I follow and a lot of people follow that are starting to hit a trend now of just real stuff, right? You see in the fitness world, you see just raw workouts, right? You have those videos, the travel videos, and you going here and you going there. But it's like, man, is that person really doing that? Is that person really doing that? You see all the exciting things, but you're like, wait a minute, that person's human. I never see that person go through anything. Or that person goes through something, but they never film it. They never let us know how it really is. It ain't all rainbows and sunshines every single day. You see what I'm saying? And eventually, you starting to see more content creators and more people on social media just take out all the extra stuff trying to be so perfect and just be real. And for myself, it was a vulnerable time. And like I said, when I went back and watched it, man, it was uneasy for me. It was almost just me being uncomfortable. And in all actuality, I should be used to that, because being in sports, like in coaching and in football, in the space that I'm particularly in, man, we have one whole week to win a football game. We used to be in different conditions, different states, different football fields, just different realms, different places. So we used to being uncomfortable. But that's different, right? That's different because that being uncomfortable ain't me personally being uncomfortable. That's just situations that the team is in. I still got people around me. But this is much more intimate, right? This is me talking about myself. This is me being much more intimate and personal about my personal things going on. And it's still a little uncomfortable. But the more and more I do it, the more and more I force myself to get in front of the camera, then it makes it a lot easier, right? A lot of times I give amazing advice. I mentor a lot of young men, and my advice is amazing. Sometimes I catch myself just listening to what I say, or sometimes my young men that I lead and give advice to, sometimes be like, damn, coach, you said that. Like, wow, that was heavy. Like, that really meant something. I catch myself like, damn, I really did say that. I don't know where it came from. But experiences through life, and like I said, slows my age, but 36, man, on the back half of 30s, man, you go through experiences, and it gives you a different perspective to learn and have words of encouragement to give, right? So I had to take some of my own advice, right? All the time I can tell them, put yourself out there, don't worry about people judging you. Take that chance, don't be scared. And sometimes you got to take your own advice that you're giving somebody else, because a lot of times if you take your own advice, man, something will change, right? So I took my own advice. I said, you know what, man, I've been playing around it for a very long time, man. Had this YouTube channel up. I post. I think my last video before I posted about 3 weeks ago was 4 months ago. I was trying something. A lot of times we just throw paint on the wall and we hoping something sticks, right? We hope we have no rhyme or reason. We just putting it out there. We have no niche. And then it's almost like, man, like I have all these ideas and I'm trying to make this magnificent video and I'm trying to make it me, but I'm also watching all these other videos of other people getting all these views, and having all these subscribers, and now I'm trying to make it look like their video, when in all actuality, that person is them, right? That person's following is not my following, right? That person being in that space is not the space that I'm supposed to be in. So then it just came down to me, you know what? Let me just pick it up during a time that it ain't that good. And it worked out. 3 weeks later, now I've posted every single day. My other channel, if you're not subscribed to that channel, you haven't already, go over to subscribe to that. My reaction channel, Coach Floyd Reacts, man. I put up, I think last time I looked, I put up like 32 videos in 12 days. And that's just me reacting to videos over there on that channel, man, just sports videos, because they come out on a regular basis, and I love watching sports, and a lot of times I'm on YouTube watching those, so why not watch it with y'all, right? So that's that channel. But Focused on My Flow is, I guess now, when I started this channel a couple years ago, this is what people are calling POV now, right? Point of view. but I was focused on my flow, right? When I started this, I started it, and I remember pondering about that name, and it came from me just saying, okay, you know what? This is, everybody should be focused on their flow. Your flow is your life. Stay focused on that. Everybody's life is different, and everybody's lane is different, right? Everybody's path in life is different. So that's where this channel became upon, and I can tell you, in the span of maybe 3 weeks, man, it's made me be vulnerable, get a lot off my chest, a lot of things that I dwelled on and just spent extra time on, stuff that I couldn't change. It's just wasted time, right? We sit and we dwell on it. It's time to move on. So like I said, man, now if you go back and you look at those videos to now, man, I'm starting to get back to myself. I can say, man, I'm back. I'm at 100%. I mean, nobody can say that 100%. I'd say I'm about a good 75, working on my way to 80, man. I'm getting back there. I'm opening back up, man. Everything's going smoothly, man. Still not in the place they want to be, but I don't think in all actuality nobody's really in a place in life where they want to be. We're just working towards it, right? Nobody's perfect. Nobody has everything that they want. You know, still stuff out there that we want, but we get into it. So, like I said, man, it's fun. You know, not to get off of it, but this is, like I said, excuse me. This is fun. This is fun for me. Like I said, besides me writing down a journal, which I had started, this has become much more than me writing a journal. In all honesty, the journal that I started before I even started recording these videos 3 weeks ago, man, I haven't written that journal in a little while. But I've done this because this is much more therapeutic than writing in that journal. Even though that's a different form, and I try to get back to that because that's a form of therapy, and then this is another form of therapy, right? This is saying it. This is me hearing myself talk. This is getting it out. The journal is a little more intimate, man. You just write it down and you can read it and you reflect on it. But once I started this, it was just much more fluid, much more easier, and the feeling that I get once I'm done, you know, and I hit that stop on this video is like a relief. Because to me, it's like, man, I've talked about it. I got it out. Like, I just had some stuff in my head that I needed to talk about, and I need to talk to somebody. And y'all lending an open ear to me. Y'all not judgment, right? Y'all giving me a free space, you know, to be vulnerable and get out what I need to get out. And it became much more, like I said, therapeutic and just easy to do. And that's why I've been able to post on a daily basis for 3 weeks now, 3 weeks and counting. I'm still going strong because this has now become my safe space. And like I said, man, I appreciate y'all for giving me that, because everybody doesn't have that, man. We have a lot of people, especially in the day and age that we stay in right now, man. You can walk past a lot of people that will put on a smile for you, you know, but are really going through stuff in life. And we don't check on one another enough. We don't, especially the ones that we say that we love. Sometimes that word love is just thrown out there, man. We don't really check on people. So, like I say, this is my way of for myself, but to encourage other people, man. If you got stuff on your mind, find an outlet that you can get that out, right? Stress can kill you. It's a real thing. It can put you in a hospital and put you in a position that you don't want to be in. If you have stuff on your heart that you need to get out, I understand a lot of people just can't move on from it. You know, forgive and forget like other people do. It's not that easy. Find an outlet. Find something that you love, right? Deal with what you're going through, but understand that life is too short to just sit and dwell in it. Move on. Let's find a solution to what we're doing. I found my solution, right? I was going through something. It was real. 3 weeks ago, it was real. And when I popped on that camera, I was really going through something that was no fake, no facade, no bullshit. I was really going through something at the time. And I expressed it. And it felt amazing to express it, to get it out and not be judged by it. Not worrying about looking at a person's facial expressions when you tell them something, and you tell them something that's really near and dear to you, and the first facial expression you see, you're like, man, I saw how they reacted to it, or they don't really want to tell me the truth. They just going along with what I say, right? There's no facial expressions to this camera. This camera is just raw. It's authentic with me, and it's just listening, right? You guys are listening to me, not judging, right? You guys are just openly listening, and that's what I'm challenging you to do. If you're going through something, man, pick up that camera. Do something. Talk to somebody that's gonna genuinely listen to what you're saying, right? Genuinely. Let me say that again. Someone that's gonna genuinely listen and not judge, right? Someone that's not gonna be biased. Let me say that again. Speak to someone that's not going to be biased just because they know you, right? Because that can also be detrimental to the advice that we need to get, because you're talking to someone that knows you and they want to tell you what you want to hear. Talk to somebody. I'm not saying a total stranger, because then that's really can be uncomfortable, because that's somebody that you don't confide in, someone that you don't trust. But the person that's close enough to you that you trust, but still is not going to be biased because they know you and it's going to give you an honest opinion on what's going on. Somebody that you can talk to, that you can get that out. Not saying that you need to bombard them with your problems, but you should have somebody that you can just say, okay, man, I need to talk to somebody, and when I talk to them and I let them know what's going on, man, they gonna give me the real. Whether I want to hear it or not, they gonna give me the real. They gonna be honest with me. They ain't gonna coddle me, but they gonna let me know, hey, you shouldn't have did that, or no, you good. We're like them, and then at the end of that, they're gonna listen, but then they're gonna say, okay, let's find a solution, right? They ain't gonna sit and dwell in that, because in all actuality, when you went through something, right, a lot of times we don't say it because we don't trust the people, we don't trust the information in which the people that we're gonna give it to. That's why we keep it, right? We have people that we say that we love, but we really don't tell them the stuff that we really want to tell them, right? Because one, we may be protecting their feelings if it has to do with them. Or two, we don't tell somebody what we're really going through because we don't want them to look at us differently. And that's the part that's bad, because then now you have nobody to talk to, right? You have nobody to get that out. You have nobody to bounce an idea off of and just genuinely say, that's a good idea. Or, no, that ain't a really good idea. Or somebody that you may think is really rocking with you, but gonna tell you that's a bad idea because they really don't want to see you win. People out there like that. So, and I understand it's hard to find good people, but when you find them, find somebody that's genuinely, really gonna give you the real, really listen, not judge, not be biased because they've known you for 20 plus years. Somebody that kept it honest with you from day one, and 20 years later, they're still honest with you. So you gotta find. So like I said, I found y'all, and I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all to death, because y'all giving me a safe space, man. And I can tell y'all, in your mid-30s, man, it's much different in your mid-30s. My thought process was way different 10 years ago. It was, and it's crazy how we go through those things. But as men, we start to talk less the older we get, right? We just do, and I'm trying to be part of that solution to change that and say, hey, man, the older we get, the more we need to talk. The more we need to confide in one another, the more we need to open our mouths and say what's really on our mind, not in a disrespectful way, but we need to get those feelings out, right? Have a circle. If you got a circle of friends, you're blessed. You got that same circle of friends that you grew up with that's still rocking with you, you're blessed. But let's be honest, is that circle of people, what's the context of conversation that y'all have when y'all talk, right? Do y'all only just talk about females, women? Do y'all only just talk about alcohol? Do y'all only just talk about sports, right? That stuff is cool, but when do y'all ever just sit down in that same circle that you had all those same conversations with? And is that same circle a safe space for when you was going through something? Could you bring what you were going through to that circle and still speak freely? Probably not, right? Because you didn't want your homies to look at you differently. You didn't want your homies to look at you a different way. Like, oh man, come on now. Why you ain't want one of your homies to judge and be like, bro, tighten up, man. Like, you ain't gotta be like, you tripping. You see what I'm saying? That we gotta make that same space with our homies that we have developed over those years to talk about those sports, to be able to talk about, hey bro, yeah, hey man, I'm going through something, bro. Like bro, check in with you. Hey bro, you good? Are you really good? You see what I'm saying? Are you mentally? Are you really good, bro? I'm checking on you. I really want to make sure everybody good, because tell you, man, life is so short that you can have a circle of brothers, and man, before you know, 2 or 3 of them gone, and now everything's turned upside down. And you hear a lot of people say, man, I was just chilling with him the other day, and he was good, man. We was shooting the shit, we was talking. Okay, but what were you doing? And in all actuality, maybe your safe space that you have created is become a band-aid and just a coping mechanism, right? Just to mask the true pain that your homie really going through, right? A lot of times that's what that circle of friends has turned into, and that's what you develop. It's become a place where that person can come to get away from the true problem instead of ever letting y'all know about that true problem, right? Ever bringing it up because they too scared to. They just come over to drink alcohol or smoke weed or, man, we ain't gonna think about that. And they never know what's really going on in your life or in your mind or what you really going through, right? So like I said, man, I challenge everybody, man. It's worked for me, so I want to challenge the next person to let it work for them, or challenge somebody around you, help somebody else out to open your mouth and talk, man. And as people, just man, woman, open up, be real with one another. When you genuinely ask somebody how they feeling, ask them more than once. And genuinely, when you ask them, make sure that they're comfortable enough and they feel, because a person can tell when you ask, hey bro, you good, or how you feeling? They genuinely know in the way in which you ask if you really want to know. And if they really feel it, they'll tell you, right? So like I say, man, with me personally, everything's going good, man. Like I said, I always let y'all know how my day went yesterday. Picked my daughter up from school, man. Didn't start off with a purple yesterday. A little disappointed. Not disappointed, frustrated. She's still young. It happens, right? It's the world. I don't beat her up over it. It was just a notch underneath purple, but I let her know, okay, we're gonna have a better day today, because you can always turn it around, right? We don't want to see the consistency in the blues and keep coming and then work your way down. Okay, you got another day today to go back and be great, and just go back and be who you can be. So you know what? I pick her up today, and hopefully we got that purple, man. I just want to strive to be the best. So like I said, yesterday was good. Picked her up from school. I finished up some editing yesterday. Still getting those videos out. Like I told y'all, I'm always dropping one video a day on this channel, focused on my flow that you're watching me on right now. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'm posting at least, right now I'm staying consistent and posting at least 3 to 5 videos daily on my reaction channel, Coach Floyd Reacts. So if you haven't subscribed to that one, go over to that one, man. We having fun over there. We just reacting to videos. Like I said, if y'all have some videos that I have not seen and y'all want me to react to them, let comment in the comment section, man. Let me know, and I'll be quick to react to it, and we can watch it together, man. But other than that, man, like I told y'all, this morning was good. Woke up a little later. We have certain days. Yesterday I woke up a little earlier. Today was a little late, a little dragging. I went to bed a little later last night. I got a newer watch that actually tracks the sleep right now. I don't know about those who have gotten the Oura ring. I'm a watch person, especially when I'm doing fitness stuff. I want to be able to just flip my wrist and see. But I'm also thinking about getting the Oura ring just to kind of track sleep stuff. My watch, because I'm not a big person that falls asleep with my watch on. It's just kind of a lot. But I made a mistake and fell asleep with my watch on last night. And kind of track my sleep. I'm not a big heavy sleep person, so I didn't get too much sleep last night. I guess from what it says, I got like maybe 3 hours of like heavy sleep versus they say when you just kind of resting. It says it says something about like restfulness and eye movement and stuff like that, but it's showing like I was awake most of the time and stuff like that. So still trying to track that from most of it. So, but like I said, man, wasn't really tired this morning, but didn't really have the in the morning time. Still did the regular stuff like I normally do. Get up, get my daughter ready, got her ready for school, did her hair. She got her clothes on. And I did the normal stuff, but you know how you do when we wake up in the morning time. A lot of times we're not feeling as upbeat as we want to feel. So I wasn't feeling as upbeat. Like I said, it all comes from the stuff that we put in the body. Maybe it could have came from I ate a little pizza last night. Sinead ate some pizza. Just hadn't had pizza in a very long time. But now I kind of see why I haven't had pizza. It really didn't feel as just energetic and as good as I normally feel when I get up in the morning time. So probably won't go back to pizza in a little while. But we always make a decision and kind of regret it later when we do it. And our body's a temple. What we put in our body, is going to affect the next day until we rid of what we put in it. So, like I said, got up, still got to it, got this video out. I'm going to post this. This will be up today. I'm going to do some reaction videos, man. Got a special reaction video coming up from one of the guys that I personally train. He's at the University of Georgia right now. Had him last year in high school. He's a true freshman. Cornerback, so I'm gonna post that one. I actually have forgotten about it. I don't know why I didn't do it. It should have been one of the first videos I did, but better late than never. So I'm gonna post that, have a couple more. But like I said, man, still just staying consistent. y'all holding me accountable, and I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all to death for holding me accountable every single day for posting those videos, regardless of how I feel. And if I don't feel, I'm gonna pull up this camera, let y'all know I ain't really feeling it today, but I know y'all gonna hold me to it, and I gotta be honest and authentic with y'all and let y'all know that I ain't really feeling it today. And it's gonna be days like that, and then you're gonna get the days and I'm really excited, and I'm gonna tell y'all when I'm motivated, I'm really feeling good today. And it's gonna be ups and downs, and that's just how life goes. But as long as I bring that to you and not skip the days that I don't feel like it, and that's being authentically with y'all, and then those days add up, and then before you know it, you consistently have more good days than bad. So y'all keeping me consistent, man. Like I said, I love y'all and appreciate y'all for that, man. But like I said, man, as always, I end off these videos. I will update y'all tomorrow, like I do, how the rest of today went after I picked my daughter up. Like I say, man, I love on your loved ones. Like I always end it off, man. Love on your loved ones. Check on your people. Seriously, genuinely check on them. Let them know that you're thinking about them and you care about them, man. Don't be afraid, man or woman, to tell them, hey, I love you, man. Love you to death. Don't be afraid to tell them that, because some people need to hear it. You never know what somebody's going through, and you saying that to somebody can change their whole outcome of how the day could be going for the better. So just keep people in mind, man. Like I said, be respectful, be genuine to people, man, because genuineness always rids through, right? It always breaks through any negativity. Positivity gonna always win, man. We trying to spread as much love as we can, and spread as much positivity as we can, man. So I hope all y'all have a great day, man. Start this week off right. Keep pushing in the right direction. If you want a spot right now where you don't want to be, man, you got an opportunity to get out of it, and just speak positivity into that, and it'll come to truth, man. It'll come there, right? It'll come to light. So wherever you at right now, it don't matter. You can get out of that, all right? But as always, man, like I tell y'all, and I end these off, man, like I say, I appreciate y'all to death for checking in with me, locking in with me every single day, holding me accountable, man. Without y'all, none of this would be possible, man. And I just thank y'all just for being there, man. So with that being said, man, love y'all to death. Y'all go out there and be great today. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy this weather, because I am too. And until next time, when I see y'all tomorrow, man, peace.